What is good, guys? It's your boy Gamers Goon back at it again. Today we got the Raw review. I'm trying something new here. So this week expect a Raw review, which the show's not over, but it's in a break. So I decided to start the video up before I go back and watch it. I'll get one thing out and then I'll go back and watch it. And then I'm gonna do a SmackDown review tomorrow night, and then I'm going to NXT Takeover Chicago. So on Wednesday, I'm going to react to the NXT TakeOver, or not NXT TakeOver, the NXT leading up to TakeOver. We all know what happens. I'm kind of disappointed in Maroon's not going to get a fight there. We'll talk about that on Wednesday's episode. Thursday, I'm going to give you my TakeOver predictions. Friday, I'm going to give you my Backlash predictions, my bad. And then Saturday morning, Saturday evening, look out for that TakeOver video. I'm gonna be taping all my day there. We were gonna go to Backlash, but we couldn't afford it based on how much money we're putting down on TakeOver to get to see Bobby Roode and Hideo Itami. That's gonna be a pretty good match, I believe. Also, Saturday's my birthday. That's also why we're going that way. So, the way the show opened tonight was pretty. I liked it. So we hear the dirt, 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 dirt. It's Kurt Angle's music, and then here he comes. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Alright, so put all that behind us real quick. So Kurt Angle comes out and he announces this tournament after Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns got his revenge on Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman shattered something in his shoulder, and he could be out to as much as 6 months. Now, I'm not liking that. Braun Strowman needs to be there. Braun Strowman is definitely the top man on Raw right now. If not Braun Strowman, it's got to be a guy like probably a Finn Balor, but I don't think they're giving him enough exposure to put him on the top spot in Raw just yet. But he could be there eventually, and I think he will be there eventually. So he comes out, and they don't show him announcing this. They don't come out right away. Instead, it pulls up pictures of him facing Brock Lesnar. He was like, could it be Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar? So Samoa Joe's in the 5-man match at Extreme Rules. Could it be Seth Rollins? Could it possibly be Bray Wyatt? Or maybe, just maybe, could it be Finn Balor? But wait, there's one more. Could it be Roman Reigns himself? Now, getting an early perspective on this, I have Roman Reigns winning. I have this for a reason. Joe and Seth are in a feud, Balor and Wyatt are in a feud. It makes no sense to squash these two feuds as they've just started to get enough exposure, and I think they could go last at least halfway through the summer. So I think Roman would be the one they're trying to get to win here, and I was kind of excited for that 5-man match, but then when I realized Roman was in it, I was like, everybody else has a feud, Roman's gonna win. So that didn't make me excited anymore. I'm hoping they come out with a different result, but initial thoughts, I think they're gonna go with Roman in this storyline at least. Alright, we are back. Just got done watching this segment of the Cruiserweights. So it's in between Finn Balor and Roman in the Cruiserweight match. I'm going to try to rush this one. Finn Balor and Roman, I really am looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be a great match. As long as Roman doesn't botch a couple things. Roman. Okay. So then the next match we got to talk about is the Hardy Boys. The Hardy Boys and Sheamus and Cesaro. This one was between Jeff Hardy and Cesaro. Matt Hardy was walking Jeff Hardy out of the ring. He was sitting there talking to him. Blah, blah, blah. They go out to the match. It's a pretty good match. Lasts like a good 10 minutes or so. And then Matt Hardy, he gets on the apron, which is kind of asking for trouble there. And then here comes Sheamus. Sheamus comes with the Brogue Kick. Kicks Matt Hardy right off there. But you thought that means the Hardys are going to lose? No. 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 Jeff Hardy says no. He gives Cesaro a swanton bomb. He pins him 1, 2, 3. Pretty good match here. I mean, it was a nice quality match. This is leading up to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, which I do expect the Cesaro and Sheamus to split ways there. If not that night, I do expect them to do it the next night. I don't expect them to win the titles. I think their partnership is almost over. I don't think there's much left they can do. They became the champions before. I don't think there's much left for Cesaro and Sheamus as competitors in the tag team division. They could go and have matches against each other again. That wasn't the greatest thing we've ever seen, but it was something pretty decent. And before that kicks back up, we're going to talk about the Banks and Fox segment. So, Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks, they had a match here. Noam Dar apparently convinced Kurt Angle to get it Fox a rematch. Don't watch much of Noam Dar or Alicia Fox over there on 205 Live. I don't watch 205 Live. I can't really tell you what this is. Apparently they're in some lovey-dovey storyline. So here, Sasha Banks, she had a Alicia Fox the Banks statement, right? So Alicia Fox powered through there, and then she basically ended up winning the match. That's what she did. She won the match. And then Noam Dar picks her up and then carries all around the ring, prancing around, thinking he's the greatest in the world. That he's in love with this victorious Alicia Fox. What was the point of putting Alicia Fox over Sasha Banks? I understand you need to get bigger and new talent. She's an older talent. But then again, so is Mickie James, and so is people like Nikki Bella. Not a problem with me. My issue here comes with she's never on TV. So, why did she win? They can't convince me that this storyline is going to mean something. I mean, it could down the line. It could be a match at Extreme Rules, don't get me wrong. But right now, I can't see that it's actually going to have meaning. And I can hear that getting ready to go. Just started to wrap up that box thing. Said it didn't have meaning. So we're going to leave it there. I'll be back in about good 20 minutes or so whenever that match is over. Alright, we are back. So you might be able to hear the Roman Reigns music in the back. We'll get on to that later. Roman Reigns just did win. Alright. So the next segment I want to talk about is The Miz and Dean Ambrose. This match, if this match didn't end the way it did, which I will get to in a minute, I think this might have been the match of the night. I did like the Roman Reigns match that just happened with Finn Balor. And I did like the Miz match. I haven't seen the last two matches with Goldust and R-Truth versus the Club, basically. And I haven't seen the Wyatt Rollins match, which I look forward to because it's Rollins, of course. But this match could be the best match on this show if it wasn't for the ending. But the ending does make me want to watch this even more. They put on a great show. We saw Dean Ambrose fail to hit the Dirty Deeds a couple times. We saw one skull crushing finale. 1, 2. No. Maurice all mad. Miz all mad. And then he tries another one. Nope. And then here comes Maurice. She gets involved with the referee, right? Miz. He goes, whoa, wait a minute. Dean Ambrose grabs a hold of that hand. And when she gives, I'm sorry, I'm hearing the noise in the background. I'm like, but it's Bray Wyatt's promo right now. But that doesn't matter because I'm not really gonna care about that. So he went up low. He grabbed his hand, and the ref didn't see any of that. He picks him up. He looks like he's gonna go to Dirty Deeds. He kicks him in the nuts. Guess what? The ref sees that. Funny how it works, right? Funny how it works. Anyways, that doesn't matter. He declares Miz the winner. Disqualification. But the Miz does not get the IC title. So the Miz is livid. He's sitting there holding himself, all upset. saying, and then he later on in the show he went to Kurt Angle. He was like, "Hey Kurt, man, he cheated, man. I need a rematch." Kurt granted him a rematch at Extreme Rules. I believe it's a no DQ match. Not sure though, but that was a pretty good segment there. Dean Ambrose still the IC champion. And next we have a great segment in my part, or in my mind. Alexa Bliss comes out here. She starts roasting on the Newark people in New York or New Jersey, and it was great. It was phenomenal. It was a great promo from Alexa Bliss. Phenomenal. Hands down, I love that promo. Sorry, you can see that balloon right here. It's over here floating. Anyways, so Alexa Bliss cut a great promo. I loved the promo. She was sitting there making fun of them, saying all about this is the sweat city. All of you are the poster kids for losers, and you're gonna see the goddess of WWE. I loved every minute of that. That was a great promo. But then here comes Bayley. All right, Bayley comes on out, and she was like, "Alexa, I want my rematch at Extreme Rules. I'm invoking my rematch clause at Extreme Rules." Now Alexa Bliss, being the snarky little princess she is, Bayley, I don't think you can get extreme, because when we go to Extreme Rules, you have to get extreme. You can't quit the match and go cry, go hide behind your daddy, behind your friends. You can't just quit, Bayley. That's basically what she said. And then Bayley attacks her. Alexa Bliss, not having that, sets Bayley down for a minute, goes outside the ring, grabs a kendo stick. This leads up to their match at Extreme Rules, which I'm kind of interested in. So she walks in the ring, Bayley's trying to hobble up, and then pop! And Bayley goes flying out of the ring. And then Bayley, later on in the show, goes up to Kurt Angle, and she was like, "I'm not happy that Alexa Bliss beat me up with a kendo stick. I'm ready to get extreme." Kurt Angle, being the savior that he is, the philosophist that he is, as you will. So, Kurt Angle was out here, and he was like, "Let me think about this. Alright, I'm gonna have you, Bayley, versus Alexa Bliss in a kendo stick on a pole match." Alright? So, I got a question. Once I get it, do they get to use the kendo stick? Because the last time I seen a pole match, it was like with one of those contracts that if you got it, you got it. As long as you touch the floor with it or whatever. So, I'm assuming it's not grab the kendo stick and win. But it might be. Don't quote me on that. I don't know how that works. I think they'll actually get to use the kendo stick. But it should be a good match. I think they will go extreme. More than they usually do with the women talent. I mean, Sasha and Charlotte went in Hell in a Cell, so they're really not more extreme than that, but it's pretty extreme for what they usually do at Extreme Rules with women, so I'm not objected to it. And the last thing before I go finish up watching the show, we got the Cruiserweights. So the Cruiserweights here, TJP and Neville defeat Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries. Now this match, I wasn't really into that much. I do like I was gonna say Austin Aries, but then I was gonna say Gallagher. I do like Gallagher and I do like Austin Aries. Neville, he's a great heel and all, but I do have a Neville shirt. You probably can't see it back there because it's like right there. It's like that purple shirt, like right there probably. I can see it if I look back that way, but it's his old purple one. Nothing spectacular. So, anyways, the Neville and TJP, they ended up winning here. Jack Gallagher hit one of them headbutts, and then he went into the corner. Neville grabbed a hold of his leg. After that, Austin Aries comes in. He hits him with the forearm, and Gallagher's looking outside the ring. And then once Gallagher comes back, then TJP hits the detonation kick, where he picks him up and drops him. And Austin Aries fell down after he hit the forearm thingy. So Austin Aries couldn't get in the ring in time. So that's how the match ended. TJP and Neville got the victory here. So you get to see the Cruiserweight Champion Neville, and you get to see his prodigy TJP win this match. So it was a pretty good segment, but I wasn't into the actual wrestling quality of it. I mean, the idea behind it was good, but their actual moments in that match weren't that great at all. Not to me, at least. They didn't appeal to me like the Miz match did, or like the moment where Sheamus bro kicked Hardy earlier today. But so far the show's going pretty good, and I can hear Golden Truth's music hidden, so I'm gonna go watch that segment. See ya next. The events that just occurred and Monday Night Raw surprised me a little bit. We'll get to that in a minute. It's not something I expected, though. I do gotta mark off this CW Classic, though, thing. So, the next thing on my list, because of the segment before it, was Goldust and Truth. Man, oh man, where do I start? Gold and Truth. They done. I liked that tag team. They were pretty good. Two guys I liked. They did pretty good together. Man, oh man. It looks like somebody stole my dog or something, bro. But, man, they were a good team. But anyways, Goldust here. R-Truth was singing a song. What's up, what's up, what's up? He went in the corner. And then here comes Goldust. Pop! And then Goldust proceeds to beat up R-Truth. Now, is this a possible feud for the future? Whether that be at Extreme Rules, I don't know if they'd actually put that on a match, whether it be on the pre-show or on the actual show. I think it could end up at Extreme Rules somehow, some way, but usually it does. Next, we got the Roman Reigns and Finn match, which Roman Reigns won. A big point here in this match is when Finn Balor was like stuck in the post area, and Roman Reigns went for like one of those check spears, and Finn moved out of the way, and Roman went flying into it. It sounded painful, but I think he no-sold it. I don't think he actually got hurt there. It looked painful, but I don't think it was for him. What else happened here? Balor was Superman punched and he kicked out. That's pretty good. Balor hit a sleigh blade, and he was getting ready for the coup de grace. Roman Reigns comes up, picks him up, tosses him off, and then Roman Reigns proceeds to spear Finn Balor and get the victory. This match was one of the better ones on the card for tonight. It could be personal preference just because Finn Balor was in it, but in terms of in-the-ring quality, I think it probably could have been the best on this card besides the Dean and Miz match. I really like the Dean and Miz match. I think that could have been an instant classic if that was any pay-per-view the way it was going. They were trading moves already. It was going great, but it didn't finish that way. The Roman Reigns match, as much as I hate to say it, man, I'm afraid Roman Reigns is probably... Is Brock Lesnar supposed to... I feel like Brock Lesnar is supposed to defend at Great Balls of Fire, but if he doesn't, then I'm gonna assume it's SummerSlam. I'm gonna assume. I think it would be, but I don't think it will. It should be though. So basically, what I'm saying here is Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar deserves a big pay-per-view. Well, doesn't deserve it, but I feel like that's what they'd put it on as a bigger pay-per-view. But putting it on Great Balls of Fire could be a great way to get their first pay-per-view with that title out of the way to attract some new fans. So I think that's what they're going to end up leading up to. I hope they do, because I cannot stand Roman Reigns winning another championship at WrestleMania. I can't stand Roman Reigns freaking beating Undertaker. I don't think Undertaker will fight at WrestleMania. I think he should, but I don't think he will. Yeah, man. I'll be back with you after the Wyatt and Rollins results. That match should be good. I hear some music. Sounds like Enzo. Sounds like Cass. I'll be right back. Alright, so we just got done watching the Enzo and Cass segment. So, this little segment is pretty good at the beginning. Until Titus O'Neil came in. Titus O'Neil started using MO. Did I just call Enzo MO? Boy. Anyways, he started using his gimmick. He was out here. I'm the mega dad of the year, and you can't teach that. This is Apollo Crews right here, and he is gonna beat Enzo, and you can't teach that. He gets in the ring and starts doing his little dance that Enzo does, but this is Titus O'Neil dancing. It's not very good. But anyways, then Big Cass grabs a hold of the mic. Not used to seeing this. And Big Cass is like, yo, Titus, I have a question for you. You do realize it's me, Big Cass, versus you, Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil's all dressed up and everything. He's like, dude, my suit got $5,000 on it. No, I can't do this. And he's like, I don't care what you have on. We're going to do this. So Titus O'Neil, him, had a good 4, maybe 5 milliseconds of a match. I'm just kidding. But it was probably a good about a minute. So basically, Titus O'Neil was beating up Cass. Cass was in the corner. Titus O'Neil took his belt out, and he was threatening like he was going to slap him. He took his belt out, and he was like, ooh, yeah. And he's about to slap him, right? And Enzo gets up there. Enzo's like, no, you're not going to put that belt down. Put it down. Cass comes, big boot, 1, 2, 3. The end of the match. Enzo, after the match, trying to be the jokester he is. Cass left. He walked out the ring. He's just sitting there. Enzo stops. He's like, wait a minute, there's a phone here. He gets his phone up, and he tells Apollo Crews, come on over, take a selfie with me over Titus O'Neil. So he's like, and then Apollo Crews hits a nice little enziguri. Enzo rolls out, and Big Cass is just like, what were you doing? What are you doing? What are you? Half a cup of haters? I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, we still got that Seth segment that I'm looking forward to. We just gotta wait for it, though. Because they taking forever. They keep adding segments for the tag teams, man. They had the Golden Truth. Now they got Enzo and Cass. They had Matt Hardy earlier. 3 tag teams one day. Gallows and Anderson were supposed to be on the show. They weren't. They were supposed to. They talked about them. 4 tag teams today. 5 tag teams. They got Cesaro and Sheamus out there. It's fine, though. Gotta wait there. I think it's probably the next segment. It should be. There's like 20 more minutes left of the show, so it kind of has to be the next segment. Hopefully there's a good promo or two after. I'm really hoping Bray Wyatt makes a promo maybe Finn Balor gets involved. Maybe Samoa Joe, that didn't have a match tonight. He was just there at the beginning of the show. Maybe Samoa Joe finds a way to get involved. Something happens. But the show's about to start back up, so I'm going to be out right now. 1, 2, 3. Alright. The show was just ended. And it was an interesting ending. It left me with some questions. It's just... the end of the show wasn't phenomenal. I mean, it was good, but not phenomenal. Samoa Joe comes in the middle of the match when Seth Rollins just started to beat up Bray Wyatt. Like I said, Samoa Joe possibly could interfere. He did interfere. He found a way into the match. He hit Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins wins the match because of disqualification. Second disqualification of the night. Samoa Joe ends up going in the ring, beating Seth Rollins up, and then him and Wyatt join forces, start beating up Seth. Then it looks like they're about to be teams. They're hugging each other. And then Bray, Sister Abigail. And then Bray goes and he picks up Seth Rollins and Sister Abigail's him. So Bray came out looking strong here, even though he did catch the L. So the point behind it, I understand that, yeah, you really, I mean, you don't want to put either of these guys down, really. You want to make it a fair, just nobody wins match, so you don't put one person over the other going into the pay-per-view just to not give stuff away. But I didn't like the ending to that. I mean, Samoa Joe could have got involved, but I just really didn't like how it was just Bray Wyatt delivering to Sister Abigail's and it being over. Like, they could have brought out Roman and all of them and just made it like make either Wyatt look stronger, make Balor look strong. As much as I hate to say it, make Roman look strong, or even make Samoa Joe look strong or Rollins. So after that, Raw, there's about 4 good segments there out of like 8. So I'll give this Raw about a 6-star rating out of 10. I mean, there were some good moments and there were some boring moments. Part of the boring moments were the cruiserweight, some of the Hardy match, the Enzo stuff with Titus O'Neil, didn't care much for that really, and then the Golden Truth. I mean, they're 2 guys that aren't main eventers, so what do you expect? But we'll be back with you tomorrow on the SmackDown review. And then Wednesday, we got you with the NXT review, which I already know what happens because of spoilers. But anyways, and then on Thursday, we're coming at you with the NXT TakeOver Chicago predictions. As of right now, I think there's only 4 matches. And then we're going to come at you with the Backlash predictions on that Friday. And then we'll show you the respective matches. It is my live reaction to NXT TakeOver Chicago and my live reaction to Backlash on TV. But my live reaction is at the TakeOver Chicago. So we're gonna get to see me sing Glorious. So be tuned for that. This week should be a good week here on my channel. I'm hoping to get some good videos going out. Hoping to get some good views. Hoping to raise the analytics a little bit here this week. And I think this might be something I want to do more regularly with these reviews of Raw and SmackDown and possibly predictions for pay-per-views. I mean, I'm a wrestling fan, so why not? I mean, it's not taking too much time out of my day just to make a video here, because it's not like I'm going to come out here and edit everything. I'm just going to leave all my mistakes in there, because I want you guys to see my mistakes. I'm not gonna try to front from you. It's been your boy, Gamers Goon. I'm out. Peace, peace.